What is up, YouTube? This is your girl, Killer Rose. My bad. I'm sweating a whole lot. Today was a pretty humid day, very hot day. I mean, I was not expecting it to be this hot, and it was dangerously hot. So hopefully, everyone in Arizona keep on hydrating, cause today's was like the most worst days that I've been in, and with no AC, remind you that I've had to power it through, and usually it takes I would say about 45 minutes or later. Yeah, it almost take me for an hour to get to work. It's a good job, but just, oh my god, you guys already know last video. It was definitely early. It was right before 7, and yeah, it was a good day, but during the afternoon, yeah, it was freaking tough. And yeah, I'm still freaking sweating like if it's tough now. And yeah, I just want to say, freaking, YouTube is, basically Britain now. They're serving the UK. Yes, Your Highness. Yes, Your Majesty. I mean, that's just it. Whoever rules forever. And thank God we don't have that in America, because we only have one president that can only serve 2 terms. And I mean, for me, that's how I like it, like that. I mean, imagine you have to go and have to be on a daily, just having to, it's so crazy out there. But yeah, no, freaking YouTube is, I mean, for it to be an American company, but then deciding to switch and say, we're gonna listen to UK. Like, no, you don't. You don't have to listen to the, United Kingdom for anything. If you're a private, branch, if you're a private company, you do not have to listen to anyone. And I'm not just saying that for us, because we're trying to tell them what's what. I'm sick of having to explain this, to them, and a lot of people too. It's not just me, that I'm not gonna give you my driver's license. And now here's why. August the 13th, you really have to announce it to the whole world that you're gonna get everyone's information, you're gonna put it into your database, and you're just hoping to God that it's not gonna just fall apart. And yes, there's bad people out there to steal your identity. And now I'm definitely gonna write it down, because it's a long list on what they can really do to your identity. And now if you don't know, and then I will let you know. I will definitely dig up some information, and I'm talking about a whole lot of information, and provide proof on who is victimized from identity theft, because that is a huge thing. A lot of people are not like bringing this up, that people do steal informations. There's a lot of scammers, out there that are willing to have you on a hook. They're fishers. They're like, an animal, a prey. They look for prey, and that's easy to fool and mislead. Mislead. These are literally bad people out there that really want to not just ruin your life, because they really don't care about a person's life. It doesn't matter if it's a man, woman, elderly, teenager, who knows. You can get all these all these calls and emails and or text messages, I mean, I say just leave them alone. Don't even click on anything, especially when it comes to like UPS, FedEx, all your other stuff, because I mean, you first off, my opinion and my advice is to make sure you go to the source and ask them, is this legitimate? And I'm talking about talk to your to the UPS. They have a customer service, you know, for everything and anything. You're wondering where your package is, or you know, they sent it to the wrong address, and now, you know, like you're not sure what's the next step is, etc., etc. And now the thing is that I really do not, regardless if they do have a safety net, you know, keeping like, my information for a whole week. I'm not doing that. I'm not following United Kingdom's laws. I'm an American, and you know, that's not part of the law of the United States. I'm not listening to other people's opinions or their laws. Honestly, I had the First Amendment right to speak my mind, and you said, you can see it yourself. The UK feels like that's a threat to them, literally a threat, and I'm talking about, like, it doesn't matter if you're a left or right, or a center. Like, I mean, you could be Democratic or Republican, or just an independent person who likes to like look at both sides and decide whether or not they agree with one another. And some people might have a problem with it, but for me, I really don't care. As long as you know and you respect other people's rights, and you know that you're an American, just like the person who's next to you is an American and loves to be in this country. And then yes, there's a lot of things that needs to be said and done. Like there's a lot of problems that we have to face on a day-to-day basis, because a lot of things are not being done, and it takes a long time for pushback. If we were fighting how everyone is fighting, protesting, we would have gotten a lot of things done. And that's, like I said, my opinion. I'm sweating here, so I'm not going to make this much. But yeah, I'm speaking my mind. I'm not going to give out my information on August the 13th. YouTube is freaking crazy about that. And honestly, I am not listening to another country's laws or opinions. I really do not care. And it's a problem, because if you do that, all the other countries is going to do the exact same thing. We might as well not have the internet at all. And I'm not, don't twist my words. Do not twist my words, or because it really, this is a massive change. But for me, I would not give in to another country's opinion. Sorry, we have the First Amendment. We have all the amendment rights, in America. And if you don't like it, too bad. Guess what? Cry me a river. Yes, that song. So that's basically it. I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna say it again next video. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm not gonna give you my selfie. I already clarified that I am of age of 29 years old. I don't know how much proof that I need to give, but I mean, I have one interesting thing that I got, and it is so cool. And I mean, I don't think people would get jealous, but it's one thing that I got to do, or well, no, not do. It was more like, I had like a magazine, and that was all the way back in, I think it was 2008 or something like that. And it's all about Nickelodeon, all these cartoons and stuff like that. I even have the what should we call it? One of those I forgot what they're called, but there's like 3D glasses. You know, the red and blue ones, right? Yeah, you haven't seen those in a long time. Usually they're like black shades or something like that. No, these used to be like red and blue plastic glasses that you put it over your head. And yeah, even though sometimes it hurts your ears sometimes, and it gives you almost like a little cut, and you have to readjust them a little to make them comfortable again. Yeah, those were it, and they're still in the magazine. And yes, I'm sweating my butt off because it is so crazy, and I hope it doesn't storm by the time I do get out. So I'm sorry guys for talking so fast. It is terribly hot, you know, in Arizona. But yeah, it pisses me off when someone tells me what to do, or telling me that because I don't want to have, you know, the Online Safety Act thing, that I am you know, a pedophile. And oh my god, you have no idea how much I just, that's like a, you know, an insult, dude. I mean, I was so upset. I'm like, you know what? Say it to our face again. Say it to our face again. You literally have people who do those things in your own country, and then you want to tell us that we're that? Use your common sense. I mean, oh my god, it pissed me off, guys. You have no idea how much my head wanted to explode because of how much it, you know, like idiocracy that this lunatic has. And yes, I am trying to keep my composure because this guy, he is the, you know, one who is responsible, and these other Karens as well. And I'm just gonna keep my cool and go to the gym and just lash those things out. Not at everyone, but just literally at the freaking treadmill, because those are my running thoughts. Like, Jesus Christ, you gotta be kidding me. You cannot negotiate with these people who are foolish like this. You just cannot. And it just irritates me to know that you can't really do anything. You know, they're so comfortable, you know, hiding behind a screen and say stuff like that. And you know what Mike Tyson says? You know what he says? And if you don't, then you probably should look it up. But I'll probably put a quote down in the description if I find it. And people are just way too comfortable talking trash behind a screen. And you don't know until you actually tell someone your honest opinion about them and see how they react. And you wouldn't want to dare, because you know for a fact you will see stars. Sorry. But that's just my rant for today. And yes, I am sweating. I'm done. 8:04 even, and it's 108 degrees. Oh Lord. I'm laughing because it's funny. It's so freaking funny how much heat we have in Arizona, and there's not a single drop of rain, and it looks like it's gonna be cloudy and it's gonna be crazy. Our storms are freaking insane. So, you know, please pray for me once I, you know, get on back on the road again, or keep me in your thoughts. If you're not a, you know, prayer person, that's fine either way. But oh my god, I'm just this thing is irritating, dude. I would, you know, like I said, I would definitely put out some facts out there. And yes, what I'm saying now is actual facts. You know, a lot of people are speaking about it. You know, it's so insane how many people are bringing this up, and I'm glad they're speaking about it, because I'm not giving my ID. No way, sir. No way, ma'am. You're not gonna tell me. I mean, are you gonna give me a beer or something? Because, like, what is that? Like, that's terrible. And even if they did, I wouldn't even accept that kind of offer. That's ridiculous. It is so absurd. You know, the way that they have their policy trying to, you know, like bash us with, you know, all of a sudden they just decided to, you know, to put this out there. Makes me want to drink and forget about it. But no, I'm not gonna do that, guys. So you don't have to worry about me. I'm here at the gym being healthy as per usual, and I am definitely gonna get some water. It's tough out here, guys, so stay safe. All right, bye.